Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about bones of cranium, and here at the side you can see the diagrammatic representation of skull showing different bones in different colors for the reference. So let's start our topic with introduction. Cranium is the part of skull that enclose and protect the brain. It is composed of 8 distinct bones joined together by sutures, which are immovable joints in adults. These bones form the superior, lateral, posterior, and base regions of skull. The cranium serves not only as a strong protective case for the brain, but also acts as a surface for muscle attachment and houses opening for cranial nerves and blood vessels. Now let's talk about cranial bones. Cranial bones include frontal bone, parietal bones, temporal bones, occipital bones, sphenoid bone, and ethmoid bone. Now let's talk about these by one in detail. First we have is frontal bone. In diagram you can see that the red color bone in front is the frontal bone. It is unpaired bone, that means there will be one frontal bone in every skull. This single bone forms the forehead and upper part of eye socket. It contributes to the anterior part of cranial cavity and houses the frontal sinuses. Frontal bone helps protect the frontal lobe of brain. Next cranial bone we are going to talk about is parietal bone. Here you can see the blue color bone in diagram is the parietal bone. They are two bones in every skull, that means they are paired bones. There are two paired bones that are located on either side of skull. As you can see there, they form the roof and upper sides of cranium. The parietal bones meet at the top of skull at the sagittal suture and are joined to the frontal bone at the coronal suture. Next cranial bone we have is temporal bone. Here you can see the green color bone just below the parietal bone is the temporal bone. It is also paired bone, that means there will be two temporal bone in every skull. It is positioned between the parietal bone on both sides of the skull. They house the structures of inner and middle ear and form part of jaw joint, that is also called as temporomandibular joint. These bones also contribute to the base and sides of cranium. Next cranial bone we have is occipital bone. Here you can see the back bone, the bone that is present back at the back area of the parietal and temporal bone is occipital bone. It is the unpaired bone, that means there will be one occipital bone in every skull. It is located at the back and base of skull. It contains the foramen magnum, that is the large opening through which the spinal cord passes to connect to the brain. It articulates with the first cervical vertebra, that is atlas, and protects the occipital lobe of brain. Next cranial bone we have is sphenoid bone. It is a butterfly-shaped bone that lies at the base of skull in front of temporal bone. It is unpaired bone, that means there will be one sphenoid bone in every skull. It helps connect several cranial bones together. The sphenoid bone contains the sella turcica, that is a depression that holds the pituitary gland. Next cranial bone we have is ethmoid bone. That is the bone that is located between the orbits at the roof of nasal cavity. It contributes to the medial wall of eye socket and nasal septum. The ethmoid bone contains ear cells and play a role in olfaction. Next we will talk about sutures and articulations of cranial bone. Cranial bones are connected by sutures, which are fibrous joints that become immobile as a person matures. Some key sutures include coronal suture, that is present between frontal and parietal bone. Second important suture is sagittal suture, that is present between the two parietal bone. Third is lambdoid suture, that is present between parietal bone and occipital bone. Fourth is squamous suture, that is present between parietal bone and temporal bone. These sutures contribute to the strength and stability of cranium while allowing minor movements during childbirth and infancy. Functions of cranial bones. First function is protection, as they form a rigid case for the delicate brain tissue. Second function is support, as they anchor facial bone and serve as an attachment site for muscle. Third function is passageway, as they contain opening for nerves, arteries and veins. Fourth function is balance and hearing, as they enclose the structure of the inner ear. Conclusion of this lecture video. Cranial bones are a marvel of biological engineering, rigid yet precisely structured to accommodate the needs of the brain and sensory organs. Their shape, junctions, and internal cavities work in harmony to protect and support the life's most vital processes. And this was all about cranial bones. Hopefully you liked the video. If you do, don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. Thank you for watching.